if there was a title, okay, who would you give the title Mr. Atlanta to? Like who's the one person
God, I mean, it's
that's a
in
hard
what,
one?
like today's era, like
Yeah,
at
today's
all
era.
time, like
Now let's do today's era.
today's era.
Let's make this easier. A top five. Yeah.
Okay, and I can't even really. I mean, I'm not even gonna put them in order, but I slick am
Okay.
one of my top five. So I'm gonna start number one, and I don't know if I put it as a group or just individual, but it's gotta be. I personally am gonna say Outkast is how they put on Atlanta. You know, Andre 3000 or
Three
Big
stacks.
Boy.
Go crazy.
I don't know if you count them as one or two, but them for sure.
I count him as one.
Yeah, yeah. So, let's see who else. I mean, as far as influence and culture, like you said, Gucci's a top. He's one of the top too. You know, he's one of the top guys too that's put on. I mean, you could even say, you know, Thug is gonna be on there for sure. He's got to be on there, especially nowadays, just through even all of the shit he's got going on. You know, just the YSL, all that. Let's see. I would even say you could throw like a Ti on there. You know, he's been putting on for Atlanta for a long time too. Uh,
Yes.
who else? Even I'm gonna even come to a newer age. You know, you could even almost put like a 21 Savage or Amigos on there. They've been putting on for the Migos for sure. They're from the north. They're from here,
Yeah.
Gwinnett. So, you know, and they let you know that. So, you know, that's just more of a newer. I mean, you can go on and on like from Atlanta, man. There's so many, I mean, that I'm not even mentioning, you know, that I'm just going straight off of, you know, history or influence, you know, culture, vibe, and what they're doing. And, you know, of course, you got to put Baby in there. So, you know,
Fucking yes.
I mean, just what he does for the community outside, not even with music. You know, he's just, you know, always out here. So,
That's
uh,
lit.
and, and,
That's pretty accurate to what I
and
would put. But I would add Future and Two Chains in my list.
Future, Future, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Future just dropped one of the hardest albums. I
Future,
mean,
Scooter,
Future, he, and who else did you say?
Two Chains and
Two
Scooter.
Chains. I mean, yeah. I mean, Two Chains. He's been around here for a minute. I mean, you could really do 20 off of the top. You know, there's so many.
And one thing I like about Atlanta, bro, that we don't have out here in California, and everyone recognizes it. Y'all niggas put y'all own on. Like y'all do not shy away from putting each other on. Like so many Atlanta artists work with each other, man. I remember when Gunna dropped
Gunna, that's another
that Drip
one.
season one, I think it was Orange, and he had the song Phases or something of shit on
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
That shit, I was like, wow, this nigga gonna be big. And look, Gunna is now in the forefront of the new Atlanta movement. And I gotta say
yeah.
this,
You could argue that,
free Big Slime, free Gunna, free
man.
YSL,
It's
and to the nigga
crazy.
that told on him, go put him on the island some motherfucking where. That person needs not to even be spoke upon
And
on
I
any.
can tell you, you know, they're going on a Rico charge, which that shit ain't looking too good. Which is when I got charged, I had got charged with conspiracy to Rico. So I know similar to what they going through and how them prosecutors work, man. They put you all in as a group, and then they go through your messages and go through your damn phone logs and everything, search everything that you are anything. So they're gonna know your whole life,
Damn,
and they're gonna try and connect you one way or another. They're
damn.
going to. I mean, you see what they're doing. They're using their lyrics in music.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. When
They're
all
gonna
music
try
is,
and do anything to jam them boys up, and it's like a 90+% conviction rate on Rico. It's like a 99%. There's not many that beat Rico.
bro. And the thing about music and the shit that people say in the music, 10 times out of 10, motherfuckers ain't doing that shit. Motherfuckers is saying it because it's what's going on around them,
But
and
I'm
we're
gonna go
just,
back to it, man.
you know what I mean? Like
These
motherfuckers ain't
boys
doing
out
that shit.
here, I
Yeah, like
ain't gonna put it past them because these boys out here, Gucci and Thug, like Thug was big even before he started rapping.
yeah,
He was big when he was 15.
yeah,
He was already stepping and doing shit.
yeah, yeah,
Like he wasn't even into music. You get same thing with Baby. That Thug brought Baby up and said, "Hey, what do I gotta pay you a day to get you out of the streets?" Because Baby was already making 10 grand a day in the streets. Why,
killing.
Thug knew he had potential when he got out of jail, and he was like, "Hey, what do I gotta pay you to, come to the studio?" And then Baby just went off.
Baby went crazy,
Nah, that label, that's me.
bro.
I'm in the big QC. Yeah, that
Baby
motherfucker
went
dropped
crazy.
that damn my dog, all that shit, and it was up for him.
That freestyle he dropped, that
That
was the one. I'm like,
freestyle,
this
man,
motherfucker hard.
that shit was over with.
I'm like, this nigga is hard right
This shit
here,
was
bro.
over with. He and that's when he, Baby was really doing that shit. You know, not now, of course. He's, probably making he's got stupid money, but I mean, he was at one point, a lot of these it's kind of crazy out here where the ones that start rapping really don't need to rap. Like Gucci never really needed to rap. You know, Thug never really needed to rap. Baby definitely, these boys never really needed to rap out here. They just
Yeah, hell
did
yeah.
because that's, I guess what they got in with, and they've been making money before the rap.
They been going crazy. Them niggas
Yeah,
been going crazy. Who were like the first artists you started to listen to that you could date back, like way back? Like who was your first rappers?
it's crazy. One of my favorite rappers, even which is crazy when I first really got into it. It's not anybody even from Atlanta. I really got in heavy with Freddie Gibbs' old stuff.
Really?
It's crazy. But now, like he's kind of, I hadn't listened to none of this new stuff he's doing. I ain't really care for the shit he be doing nowadays. But that's kind of who I really got in with. Heavy. It's kind of straight. It's kind of off the wall shit. But uh, yeah, that's. But other than the obvious ones, like I like, I really had a huge staple with the Carter 3. When I was
Facts.
in like early high school, late middle school, whenever that was, like the Carter 3, that shit was, classic. And everybody, I remember when that came out, like everybody was playing it, like not just some, like you pulled into school, everybody was playing. You pulled into wherever you were going, restaurant, eat, Carter 3, somebody was playing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So Wayne was huge. And,